I am raw to the bone. Happy Monday, y'all. Come on in, come on in. You know what I say. It's going to be a good day. So let me get that started for y'all right now so y'all can start getting into the positive frame of mind.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you.
Hey,
Step three, grow hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Hey, wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Wake up. Today's going to be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do. The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal, you control. Good morning, Hillbilly. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Hey, wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. What? Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 Hey. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so she come and clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. What? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time, that's how you operate the cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. Good morning, Rochelle. I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness through my best, man. I take it. Hey, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Good morning, Jay Williams. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Step two. Hey, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Well, I don't know. I had a good weekend. My weekend was filled with my duties, for all those that might not know or forgot. I have 3 grandchildren, but this weekend, 2 of my grandchildren was at my house because my oldest granddaughter is 21. So, you know, she pop over when she want to. But I had the 9-year-old and the 5-year-old in my home this weekend, and we had a great time. You know, it's been a while since I've been in grandma mode because I've been outside big time. And so, you know, I just been doing me and living my life. And so the weekend, oh my God, I was so exhausted. First of all, I just come back from Cancun, went to North Carolina, dove right into a hectic work schedule, and then had the weekend with the kids. And I was exhausted, y'all. You know, kids take a lot of energy. They take a lot out of you. All right. Um, you know, it was activities, making brownies, going to the park, you know, just doing shit, watching Mario Super Brothers on Apple TV or wherever the fuck it was playing, Peacock or wherever the hell, whatever one of them streaming services it was playing on, right? We had a wonderful time. I wouldn't trade it for the world. All right. And so, you know, although kids are exhausting, I had a great time. It was beautiful. All right. But they packed up, went home on Sunday, and then I was out to brunch. My girlfriend and I was invited. I was invited to go to brunch on Sunday. Good morning, Georgie. And so We went to Corner Social in Harlem. It was good, y'all. But you know what? It was so weird being in Harlem. It's like the vibe in Harlem is so different, like from years ago. Now that regentrification, you know, introduced itself to Harlem many, many years ago. Harlem has evolved. And it's amazing because I literally took a video of Sylvia's restaurant. For all you guys that might know, Sylvia's used to be a black owned restaurant owned by Sylvia's, but she had sold it. It passed ownership. I don't know how many times. I don't know who the fuck owns it right now. Georgie, what? It's a cultural experience, Georgie. You got to go to Harlem. All right. And so I took a video because Sylvia's used to be good. Oh my God, don't come for me, y'all. When Sylvia's opened many, many moons ago, 20, 30 years ago, and it was owned by Sylvia, the black lady, the food was bomb. The food was slamming. It was delicious. As she changed owners, and I don't know again how many owners exchanged hands, but I know the last time I went was 20 something years ago, and I stopped going because I went right when she sold it initially, and it was not good. And I haven't been back since, and a lot of people that I know have not been back to Sylvia's, right? And so it was amazing to see that the line was wrapped around the thing and people were trying to get into Sylvia's. It was all white people. I mean, no big deal. I thought it was great. But I was amazed. Not one black person was on the line for brunch that morning. Yesterday morning, it was all white people. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. Melba's is the bomb. Melba's is still the bomb. Okay. So I was surprised to see that. I was like, oh my God. I guess they think that food is good, but it really isn't. The fuck? Whatever. We ended up at Corner Social, but Rochelle, Melba's is good. Melba's is still good. I love their chicken and waffles. All right. They still got some good ass food. Corner Social, I was glad that it was the brunch menu because when I looked at the full menu of Corner Social, I was so fucking confused. They had so much good shit. So much good shit on the menu. I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to order. So when we got there, they were like, oh, the menu is a brunch menu. So it was only some items from the main menu on there. And I was so glad because I was really overwhelmed and I wanted to taste about 3 or 4 different entrees. And my eyes are always bigger than my stomach. And I would have wasted all that food. And so we had a brunch menu and it was good. I wound up having shrimp and grits and chicken wings. We ordered mussels. We ordered mozzarella sticks. It was only 3 of us. Don't fucking judge. We had mozzarella sticks, chicken wings, mussels, and popcorn shrimp. That was our appetizers. 4 appetizers for 3 people. And then we had for entrees, somebody had salmon salad. One of the girls had salmon salad. My girlfriend had she had a cheeseburger. And I had shrimp and grits. And baby, Corner Social, you could get my money again. It was delicious. It was. It was so fucking delicious. All right. So anybody that lives in New York or New Jersey or just wants to come into Harlem for something to eat, Corner Social is it. Now I heard that the DJ was fire. He was playing all the old jams, taking me back to memories of living in Queens and shit like that. All right. I mean, it was delicious. And the DJ was fabulous. Now, we didn't stay long enough for the DJ to switch hands because, the vibe was a little light. I was in there jamming. We were jamming. Our table was jamming because we were sitting next to the DJ. We were jamming. But the rest of the place was chill. And I was like, wow, what's up with the vibe in Harlem? Like, this is Harlem. Like, we supposed to be jamming in here. But again, it was a diverse crowd. And so, if we would have hung around till the 4 o'clock crowd came in, like after church was over and more, people came in, it probably would have picked up. So the next time I go to Corner Social, it's going to be on a Saturday, you know, with a lively crowd. Because, you know, I like to get up and shake a groove thing. Shake a groove thing. Yeah, yeah. Show you how to do it now. Whatever the fucking words are. All right. Georgie, not enough places serve mussels. I miss up north. Conch, me too. Shit. I'm tired of seafood here. You said conch. You don't like conch or you like conch? I like conch. I had some conch soup not too long ago, like about 2 months ago. Is it that long ago I had conch soup? I think so. You know. But you said you tired of the seafood there? I don't know what to tell you because, baby. Oh, you love conch. Okay. Okay. You know, I don't see conch on the menu here a lot. When I had conch soup because, you know, someone that I know, his mom made it. But I don't see conch on the menu a lot, right? Mussels we could get, clams we could get. Same year. I'm surprised New Orleans don't have mussels. They have clams and everything fuck thing else, but these were mussels steamed in white wine and some kind of herb sauce. It was so buttery, like a white wine butter herb sauce. It was so fucking good. I had clams when I was there. I definitely had clams and I had mussels while I was there in New Orleans. Raw. I watched them shook them open for me. I sure did, Georgie. Now, I don't know if they do it like in the white wine sauce and all of that, but I had the raw clams and the raw mussels while I was in New Orleans. I do not pass those up. Oh, you don't do raw. Oh, that's why. Okay. So, Hillbilly, I can understand that West Virginia is too far away from the ocean to trust seafood. Well, yeah, I understand that. So, I mean, yeah, y'all have to buy y'all shit frozen and shit. Or I'm sure y'all got some, maybe a fish market, but how long did the fish take to get to the fish market? I don't know the fuck, Hillbilly. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but listen, I had some good fucking food. I had some good food yesterday. And then we left Corner Social, hopped, because I wasn't driving. I was driving in the Kia's car. And we hopped over to Jersey City after that because she was like, nah, fuck that. I want to go smoke a hookah. So I was like, all right, you don't have to twist my fucking arm. Oh, damn, Hillbilly. You don't have to twist my fucking arm. So we went to Cherry's Lounge in Jersey City. And as soon as we got there, now mind you, I was already lit from Corner Social. As soon as we got there, somebody started buying rounds of shots for the bar. That's how they do in that bar. Soon as you sit down, somebody is like a round of shots for the whole bar. It was like 3 shots back to back. Somebody was buying shots. I think Nakia bought shots for the bar. Somebody else bought shots twice for the bar. And then a gentleman on his way out, leaving, stopped by me and Nakia and 2 other women and was like, told the bartender to buy them whatever they're drinking. I was so lit. And smoking hookah. I was lit. But I had a beautiful Sunday. All right. Good morning, Aquanda. Good morning, Shirley. Damn, Hillbilly. No fish market, no seafood restaurants, nothing. But you got all of that floating down the river shit. Don't they fish in the river that y'all float? They don't fish in that shit and pull fish out of there? The fuck? You know, I read in the paper this morning that there was an alligator found They didn't catch it yet. But there's a motherfucking alligator swimming around in New Jersey, in Middlesex County, in one of the brooks. I forget the brook that is swimming in, but it was seen a couple of times. And we know that alligators are not native to New Jersey. So somebody brought that shit here. All right. And so I hope that eventually they catch this shit. I mean, the alligator ain't gonna last through the winter. I mean, let's be real. All right. The fuck. So it need to hike a ride back to Florida, Louisiana, wherever the fuck it came from. Okay. Yes, Jersey City has come a long way. I mean, where we hang out at the bar is in the hood. The bar, Cherry's Lounge, is in the hood. It is not downtown Jersey City where all the nice high-rise buildings are. Jersey City right now is one of the most expensive cities to rent in. Okay. Jersey City, but that's downtown with like by Harborside, by Grove Street, where all the corporate buildings and shit are. They have some nice high-rise buildings. It's beautiful down there. All right. I used to work down there way before it transitioned and it was ghetto as fuck. Now it's beautiful. But Cherry's Lounge, the bar that I hang out in Jersey City, that's in the hood. All right. I don't mind hanging at a hood bar. I don't. I think hanging at a hood bar is cultural for me because, you know, you hang with your folks, talking shit. I love it. It's a neighborhood bar and I like it. And their food is excellent. And so not only did I drink at Cherry's Lounge, but I ordered food to go because I was greedy. I ordered some wings and I ordered some rasta pasta with lamb. And guess what, y'all? I didn't even eat it. My eyes was just bigger than my stomach. It's in my refrigerator right now. Listen, Georgia, it used to be whole hella ghetto in Jersey City. When I used to get off of work at night in Jersey City, I was scared to fucking death. I look around and it was ghetto. Like you could get robbed any minute. Like it was hood ghetto, right? And there are certain places in Jersey City that are still hood ghetto. If you walk 10 blocks to the right or 10 blocks to the left from the downtown area of Jersey City, you in the hood. Okay. And that's the same thing for Newark. They're doing the same thing with Newark. Downtown Newark, where I work, is all these high-rise buildings next to the corporate buildings, and they're charging a whole hell of a lot of money. Newark, there are apartments in Newark that are $3,000, just like anywhere else. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 because they're downtown by New Jersey Penn Station, by all the corporate buildings. But if you walk 10 blocks to the left or 10 blocks to the right, baby, you better know how to fight or run. The fuck? Okay. But they are gradually getting these places, these cities up to par. So Jersey City, yes, is beautiful in certain areas, but the area that I hang out in the bar is in the hood. All right. I don't mind that. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Michelle. Valerie, I hope you're feeling better. You know, that's the weird thing is, again, you know, guys, be careful. The COVID numbers are rising. Nothing to be ashamed about, right? It's not, like catching herpes or some shit like that. COVID is COVID. Good morning, Clive. And so be careful out here with COVID because, several of us came back from the trip not feeling so hot. For real. Right now, I don't know. I had a whole UTI, but I did have a little bit. Now that I'm thinking back, now that I find out Valerie isn't feeling well and Cy wasn't feeling well, I'm saying to myself, I'm trying to check in with myself to see if I really had any symptoms. I know while I was in Cancun, I remember the day that Maria yelled at me and told me to go lay down. That particular day, I was feeling exhausted. I was feeling like some palpitations or like discomfort in my chest and in my arms. And I remember Valerie telling me to go lay down. Maria telling me to go lay down. And that was the night that I went and laid down in my whole dress, right? And then I got up and I went and I hung out with Sai when she got in that day. But I don't know if I had COVID or not. We've been back from Mexico for over 10 days now. So if I had it, the shit is gone now. And so I told a couple of people that I've been around physically, to take a temperature check of themselves. Theo, I stayed at her house in North Carolina. She took 2 COVID tests and it came back negative. I'm just saying we got to be careful, right? And so that was my bad because I normally wear my mask on the airplane and shit like that, but we've gotten so lax that a lot of people are not wearing their masks. But when I get on an airplane or on the bus to go to work and shit like that, I'm gonna start putting my mask back on my face because I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be responsible for giving people shit. And I'm traveling. And so I just got to travel and be careful. All right. So with that, I hope anybody else that has any symptoms after they came home from the trip are feeling better. Take your COVID test, go to urgent care, do what you need to do, drink your orange juice, take your emergency, whatever you need to do to stay well. All right. Good morning. I'm going to read the positive thought. August 28th. We are almost out of August, y'all. A couple of more days and we are free from August. Wow. August 28th. August is the month of faith. All right. August 28th says, I am faith-filled and fear-free because I am a celebration of love. Beneath all the pain, the disappointment, the resentment, and fear that your life will never be as you want it to be, there is love. There is a memory of the touch, the feel, the excitement of love. There is a yearning to know and experience that expression of love. Go there, be there, rest there. Celebrate the love that you buried in your heart. When you celebrate love, the unconditional love that lies beneath all the experiences you have witnessed and participated in, you find a degree of understanding that diminishes mental and emotional anguish. The love beneath the hurt and pain of your life will not allow you to blame anyone. It will stop you from judging yourself and others. The love beneath your pain and the fear of pain will help you to become aware of all the things that you told yourself about love that were just fantasies. Love will remind you not to be upset when the fantasy is revealed. It will remind you of the truth you knew in the first place. The love that lies beneath what happened, however it happened, will remind you that you haven't been rejected, abandoned, abused, or defeated. You are simply being given an opportunity to remember that there is a place within you in which you can find everything you need or thought you lost or wish that you had more of. Go there now. Be there. Rest there now. The only thing that you need to do to find the love in you is to remember God's love has brought you this far. Oh, my nose is running. See, y'all? It be weird little symptoms like this. Like, I just went out yesterday and I got to worry about COVID. My nose just ran out of nowhere. Until today, you may have forgotten that beneath everything you have experienced, there is God love. Just for today, look for the love within and beneath every experience. Remember all of the love that you have given and received. Fill your heart and mind with the thoughts of love. Then celebrate yourself for recognizing love. Today, I am devoted to remembering and celebrating love no matter what else is going on. Sometimes celebrating love is hard, especially when you are in a place where you might have recently been hurt. You're battling a little bit of heartbreak. And so you forget about love because you think love is the negative. You don't want to think about love. Love hurts at that point, right? But what this is telling you is that love is always there. You got to go to it. You got to go and remember and reflect on the love that's in you, right? And each time you go there, you will remember the love that's within you, and you will forget the feeling of abandonment and all these other things, right? And That's hard because I know in my life, I love people hard. People that are in my life, whether you're my significant other or whether you're my friend or a family member that I fucks with, right? I love hard. And when a relationship is broken off due to something disrespectful or something tacky that was done, it's hard for me to look past and find that love, right? I'm stuck in a space of abandonment, resentment. I'm just angry. I'm questioning why this person would do what they did. I'm stuck in limbo, being upset about what has occurred. But what today's word is saying is forget what occurred. No matter what occurs in your life, right? Go back to that place of love that's within you. And I've been doing that, right? And so many people have disappointed me in my lifetime over the years, right? And it has made me question love, and it has made me resentful, it has made me angry. But I'm gonna tell you, these 3 years that I have been actively working towards healing and taking accountability for who I am as a person, right? And knowing what I deserve as a person and not accepting less. That is me remembering the love that I have within me, right? And so now, even though I still have a population of people that might have disappointed me, right? That I might not deal with anymore, I'm no longer angry, right? I'm not holding any resentful feelings in me, right? I'm okay with not having a relationship with these people if that's what they choose, right? Because I am so far in discovering the love within myself that I can't help but keep it moving and feel these positive vibes that are pouring through my pores. I mean, I appreciate that shit, right? Because I finally discovered the love within myself, and I'm constantly working on that love within myself. I no longer want other people or things that happen to control the love within myself, right? And so that's how I'm moving. And some people might look at that and say, that's selfish, and it is. And I don't care, right? Because sometimes we need to be selfish to be happy, right? I have spent so many years trying to love up on other people that I abandoned the love within myself, right? I forgot what that feels like. And so now I can have 3 other people frowning at me. And they'll be like, why is this bitch still smiling? Because I'm loving me. I'm loving me. No matter what happens, I'm still going to identify with that love that I have within me. Okay? Not depending on somebody else's love to balance me out. I need to learn to appreciate the love within myself. There's a lot of people walking around not loving themselves. That's where we need to start. Okay? If we start there and we start appreciating the love within ourselves, we won't be so dependent on the love of other people. You know what I'm saying? Take that. I'm giving that to y'all. All right. Because it's something that I wish somebody would have gave to me. As a matter of fact, y'all gave it to me in these 3 years. Y'all gave it to me each time y'all showed up to this show. Each time I read a positive thought. Each time y'all chimed in. Each time y'all shared an experience. Y'all showed me how to love myself inside. Okay. And so I live my life out loud. I live my life free. And I smile all the way through it. Okay? I no longer focus on how other people feel about what I'm doing in my life. What they feel is not important to me unless it's my significant other. And then we'll talk about it. But I'm not even going to live my life in quiet and silence for a significant other. Never again. I live my life out loud. That's me. That's who I am. That is me loving myself, being true to myself, being authentically me. That's it and that's all. And so this message is for y'all too. Always dig for the love within yourself. All right? That's what you need to go back to. No matter what is happening around you and what other people are saying about you. That's it and that's all. That's the positive thought for today. That was a good message, y'all. I mean, it made me smile. Good morning, Pat. Shirley, you driving, but I know. Oh, you felt that? You felt that? I know you did. All right. But baby, can I talk about current events? Y'all, we gonna pray for Florida. Because I don't know. Y'all heard what happened in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida? Oh man, Jacksonville, Florida, these white men with AK-47s or whatever the fuck they were AKs, okay? Went into a Dollar Tree in Jacksonville, Florida, in a majority black neighborhood. And they shot up 3 black people dead. Look up the story, y'all. Jacksonville, Florida, right? And I said, wow, Jacksonville, Florida. Well, Florida in general is going through some things, right? Ron DeSantis is a complete asshole, right? Although he made a speech yesterday or whatever for the media that said he is not promoting or allowing people to go around shooting people based on their race. But are you not allowing that, Ron DeSantis? When you are fostering racist behavior in Florida with the laws that you pass or the policies that you pass within these school systems and everywhere else. You make it difficult for black people to feel safe and comfortable in Florida. And people do not get on here and make my ass itch and be like, well, I don't know why black people live there in the first place. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Right? Because here you go. Black people are free to live any fucking where they want to live. Now, where are black people going to keep moving to? Right? People keep saying, oh, I don't know. These black people need to move from Florida. To where? Where the fuck do you want the black people to move? If they come to New York, you got to worry about being choked and shot by police. Right? Where the fuck do you want black people to move? Why do black people have to keep moving in herds and large populations from communities instead of standing up and fighting for your rights by making sure you vote across all, not just for the president, right? Going to your local officials, your councilmen in your town. I'm going to start doing that shit, filing complaints, letting your voices be heard. When people say, oh, black people need to move out of Florida, I'll be like, really? I know motherfuckers right now that can't move from the South Bronx to the North Bronx. I know motherfuckers right now that can't figure out how to move from one place in their own city to a whole nother. I know some people that still living in their mama's house that still can't get the fuck out of there. But there's a population of black people that go on social media and post, oh, I don't know why black motherfuckers gotta live there. Is that the answer? Is the answer to tell all black people to move out of Florida? Is that the fucking answer? I'm asking. Yes, Jacksonville does, Pat. I was living in Jacksonville for a short period of time. I was living on Jacksonville is large, okay? You got a side of Jacksonville that is predominantly black, a majority black. And then you got a side of Jacksonville. I lived in Townsend. Is it Townsend Center, right? That was, my building was on the property of an upscale mall, and that location was majority white, right? So Jacksonville, like anything else, is mixed. But there are neighborhoods that are predominantly black in Jacksonville. And this Dollar Tree store that this occurred in was in the predominantly black neighborhood. And these guys planned this. They planned to go in this store to shoot up black folk. I don't know what the answer is, y'all. I don't. But I do know this. I do know that Ron DeSantis is not going to be your governor forever, right? But we have to have a voice. We have to be standing up and talking to our local politicians, right? And filing complaints, right? And doing it in mass quantity. Telling black folks to move out of Florida is not the answer, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion. But at the same time, fuck. How the fuck do we protect ourselves from these white vigilantes who plan things like this, running up in Dollar Tree store, shooting up black folk? How do we protect ourselves? What do we tell our kids? And is Jacksonville the only place that we got to worry about this from? Is this going to spread? Are people going to start feeling more comfortable? Because we got people and our politicians are standing up, you know, out loud being racist. What else do we need to concern ourselves with? Hey, Donovan, good morning. You know, exactly. We can't fucking run. And so it irritates my soul when I see people, because my mother lives in Florida. And I know RAW, me, is going to end up in Florida at some point in my life. Because my mom can't come back here. And I know people be like, well, go to North Carolina, go here, go. Why? Because y'all think we're not going to have to deal with racism there too? Right? So I should move my mother away from a place that she enjoys, because we want to keep running to another state and you don't even know if you're safe there either. Right? That's what they want us to do. They want us to keep running. They want us to keep hiding. They want us to just fold. No. We need to learn to stand up. Alabama was definitely a sign of the times are changing. All right, we need to keep that same fucking energy. All right, I saw another video that occurred in Vegas where this white guy was talking shit to this black woman, and her husband or fiance or boyfriend or whatever the fuck he was to her brother, the fuck, he told the white guy, that's enough. Like, stop talking to her at this point. And the white guy called him a nigger. The black guy never said two words after that. He just said, bink, punched the fuck out of this white man. The white man flew across the restaurant. The white man started saying, call the cops. Really, sir? Really call the cops? Call the cops after you're arguing with this man's wife. Then when the man tell you to chill out and stop speaking to his wife or his woman or whatever the fuck, you gonna call him a nigger? See, I'm going to jail with my man over there. You're not gonna call. Y'all gonna learn them up. You gonna keep fucking learning. These ain't the same black folks, right? We know now what the fuck y'all are up to. See, when y'all brought our asses over here centuries ago, they didn't know what the fuck you were up to. Okay? Alabama. Let's keep that same fucking energy. Let's keep the energy this man had in Vegas. Call motherfucker nigga, punch that motherfucker across the room. When he said call the cops, the black guy said, yeah, call the cops. You call me a what? They gotta learn. Right? They gotta learn. Pat said, I'm now in Savannah, Georgia. I am damn close to Jacksonville. This is a shame. They will not be satisfied until we start retaliating. That part, people keep saying that there's a civil war coming. If this keeps going, it will be, because black people are fighting back. They're like, nah, fuck that. Call the cops. You're not going to keep calling these black folks niggas when you get mad. And you know what's crazy? I barely ever hear black people in an argument calling white people crackers and shit. I barely hear that. They might call a white motherfucker a nigga first, but I never hear them say, you white honky nigga, you white honky cracker. No. But white people always got to remind you of the word that how they used to see you. Right? And it's unfortunate when they call us a nigga, we want to punch their lights out, but we call each other niggas. We got to break that habit. I'm in a bad habit of that too. We got to break that habit, because even though I know people are like, that's used as a term of endearment and it's okay for black people to call each other niggas, it really isn't. It really isn't. Right? Because it gives other people a level of comfortability to say it too. All these songs, y'all be waiting like on the Thickest, that show we were watching, where her roommate was singing a song with them, and they were hoping that she didn't say the word nigga, right? So now we got all these songs out here saying nigga, 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 right? And we be looking at our non-black friends like, don't fucking sing that part. Don't fucking sing that part. But it really ain't all right for us to sing it too. That part, good morning, Juanita. That part, Donovan, racism is everywhere. This is why when black folks jump on my posts on social media and be like, black people need to move out of Florida, I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Florida used to hide being racist too at one point, until, the political climate opened doors for racism to be waved like a fucking flag. We heard Ghost get on here and talk about Mississippi, saying that Mississippi is racist. That's why the fuck he left. Now that's current times. Current times. Mississippi. Y'all motherfuckers didn't want to go to West Virginia because y'all like, wait, do they still have sundown laws? Can black folk even be in West Virginia? Y'all side-eye in West Virginia because y'all know West Virginia, they fly the Confederate flag. Now, I've been to West Virginia multiple times, but they do fly the Confederate flag. They do let you the fuck know that they with the shits. But what state does a white person fear their life in when they go traveling across the country? What state has a sundown policy for white people? What place do white people have to say, oh, maybe we feel unsafe, we need to move out? Do y'all ever hear white people say that? I never hear it. But what I do know is when I go to Harlem, which was a predominantly black city, baby, white people will clutch their bags and move out your way and look at you like you gonna rob them. But they'll move in your neighborhoods. They'll go to your restaurants. They'll do all that shit and not worry about looking over their backs, feeling safe. They in the black neighborhood. They at your restaurant. But they don't have to look over their shoulders because they're not worried that a bunch of black people with AK-47s are going to roll the fuck up on them and shoot their ass. They're not worried about that shit. Black people, we gotta stand up. There's many ways to do that, without being violent. Juanita says, some people don't understand that specific words set it off for blacks. I don't like black people using it with me either. We got to do better with the word nigga. We do. We do. I know we defend it in our community, but I be trying not to say it and it flows out off my tongue so fucking easy. That's not cool. That's not cool because we don't hear any other culture using derogatory words. You don't hear little people calling themselves midgets. That's offensive. You don't hear white people calling themselves crackers when they're in conversation with each other. You don't hear Chinese people calling each other chinks when they're in conversation with each other. You don't hear Mexicans calling each other wetbacks when they're in conversation with each other. But black people get together, we be like, nigga, you nigga, I'm a nigga, we a nigga, we niggas. You my nigga, right? And so, although we're comfortable using it, right? my opinion is we have to do better, right? The same way we say in our positive thoughts, speak positivity to ourselves, right? How we speak to ourselves is how we feel on the inside. I'm just saying, this is my opinion. I think we need to do better, right? About the words we use and how we see ourselves, because we can nigga each other to death, and then as soon as somebody else say nigga, we punching their lights out. That's our defense angel. It don't mean the same thing it meant years ago, but when somebody else calls you nigga outside of the black race, we think it means what it meant years ago. Right? But when we use it amongst each other, we're like, no, it's just a term of endearment. Why are we the only culture that uses a derogatory word to call each other? I'm just asking. I'm guilty. I use it all the time. But I'm asking myself, why are we the only culture that uses a derogatory word to talk to each other? Right? And we justify it by saying it doesn't mean the same thing. It's a term of endearment. It's just how we speak to each other. Is it? Is it? Or is it a programming? Right? Have we been programmed to believe that that's the truth? Right? Because think about it. We are also the only culture that can't get our act together, can't stick together, be a unit. We can't unify. We can't support each other. Right? Why is that? Because we convinced ourselves that certain shit is okay. Why? Because I believe that systematically we were programmed that way to feel like it's okay to speak to each other and call each other niggas. Sing it in the songs. Praise to it. But then look at everybody else in the world and say, you better not say it. I'm just saying. Something to think about. Food for motherfucking thought. Deb said, yeah, I'm guilty of using it as well. I've been telling myself for years I need to do better. Me too. I say it sometimes, I'll be like, oh my God, it has become such a word in my vocabulary, right? I'm just saying. Just food for thought. Angel said we made soul food a delicacy when it originated as scraps. The slave master didn't want it. That's true, but there's many foods that have been deemed that are deemed delicacy, right? I mean, lobster is deemed a delicacy, and that's a cockroach of the sea. Shrimp, same thing, scavenger of the sea. That's deemed a delicacy. Fish eggs, what the fuck is that? That's caviar. That's a delicacy. A lot of things that are deemed roaches or waste or things that, are considered trash and shit like that has been deemed delicacies now, right? But still, soul food is not offensive. Eating chitlins, if that's what you eat, and pig's feet and all of that stuff, is not offensive. That's food, right? But calling somebody a nigger is directly calling them, like, that's different to me. I don't think it's this. I don't feel like it's the same thing. Right, Shirley, that part. We are the most forgiving people on the earth. I agree with that. We will make all kinds of excuses as to why we are the way we are, and we will forgive everybody else, right? But we make excuses for maintaining the same raggedy ass behaviors that we've had. And really and truly, soul food, I mean, soul food is good, don't get me wrong, right? But even as a lot of Black Americans have gotten more educated, nutrition wise, you don't have a lot of Black people eating what the throwback soul food was, like the pig's feet. Oh my God, I used to love pig's feet. Now I never fucked with chitlins. I tasted them rubbery guts before one time because my girlfriend had me taste it. Nah. But pig's feet, I used to fucks with. That ain't nothing but fat, y'all. Remember our parents used to cook with fat back? Everything was fat back before we moved to smoked turkey wings. Okay? We have even adjusted, a lot of Black people have even adjusted the way they cook their soul food. We're not even cooking it the same way that we used to cook it. Angel said it don't hit the same because Blacks remove the sting. We do it for everything. Yeah, but why do we do that? Why do we do that? It's almost like, and this might not be a good analogy, but I'm going to use it anyway. It's almost like a child that's abused, right? But you see them loving up on their mother that abuses them. And when you try to take them from their mother, they be like, no, but I love my mother. And you be like, what? She beats you. She abuses you, but you love her. It's like, I feel like that with the word nigga. Like, no, that word is horrible, but we love it. But if somebody else use it, I'm going to cut it, but we love it. I'm just saying, it's just food for thought, y'all. We might not all agree, but it is definitely food for thought. When we talk about relationships, we talk about we are responsible to teach people how to treat us, right? We say teach people how to treat us. That's what we say, right? But if we going around saying nigga, nigga, nigga in our songs and to each other, are we not constantly teaching people how to treat us? Right? And then when other people call us that or treat us how we treat each other, we're punching them out. Maybe we need to treat each other better. Speak to each other better. Let that catch fire. Okay? Let that shit catch fire. And again, I'm guilty. I say some shit all the time. It don't make it right. Angel said we made the ghetto look fun. We made shit that white people despise look good, then they want it back. Isn't that always the case? Right? Isn't that always the case? We made the ghetto look good because we did what we worked with what we had. When we didn't have swimming pools and shit in our neighborhood, fire hydrant was our water. We went outside and we prayed to the gods that our feet didn't get cut. That's how I got wet growing up, right? I grew up poor. I went outside to get wet in the sprinklers, praying that glass didn't cut my feet. We made the ghetto look good. But then when a lot of us start making money, guess what we did? We left the ghetto. And then we got mad when the white people moved into the ghetto and they regentrified it. And we said, look, these motherfuckers coming in the ghetto, but you moved out. You wasn't the person willing to buy a house in your ghetto and redo it, right? The first thing a population of us did was move the fuck out of the ghetto. Me, never once did it cross my mind to buy a house in the South Bronx. But I rep the South Bronx. I'm proud of the South Bronx, but yet I don't own a home, a piece of property, nothing in the South Bronx. Right? But then we be mad when our neighborhoods get regentrified and the white folk move in. We wasn't trying to live there in the first place, but when we see them living there, we be like, oh, these motherfuckers want to come in our hoods and buy up everything in our hoods. But did you buy something in your hood or did you leave it? I'm asking. You know, I met this one gentleman some years ago when I was living in Westwood. I was out on a date with this guy, and he took me to an event. It was a wedding or something he took me to. And one of his friends that I met, he advocates for his neighborhood in Newark. He said he owns a home in Newark. He said he will never leave. He don't care because he said he believes in his neighborhood. He believes in helping his community, and he is committed to doing that. And he refuses to move out of his community and then come back there to visit and say, I want to help my community. So he said, no, I needed to live here. That was his choice. And I respected him for that because I didn't do that. So although we made the ghettos look better, as soon as we had an opportunity to do better, we left the ghetto. We left it. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but I'm saying then we turn around and we get mad when the white folks move into these ghettos and change shit around and start putting coffee shops on the corners and shit and buying up all the brownstones and re-renting them out for astronomical prices. We could have did the same thing. My opinion, though. I agree, Angel. That's why they cannot use the N-word. I would never say that they should be allowed to use the N-word, but why are we using it? Right? And I know we've asked ourselves this a million times over the years and we've made excuses for why we use it, but I'm going to try to do better. Like, I know I'm going to say it again today before the day is over because it just slips off my tongue easy. But consciously in my mind, I am going to try to do better. Because again, if we say we are responsible to teach people how to treat us, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. We're in trouble, people. When you got motherfuckers planning to go into black neighborhoods with AK-47s and shoot up black motherfuckers in a Dollar Tree. Why'd they pick the Dollar Tree? Why the fuck did they pick the Dollar Tree? Sad story. Be careful out there. I'm taking my ass back to the gun range, and I'm gonna actively get back into shooting and shit like that. And I'm gonna get into purchasing my firearm, and I'm gonna even get into taking classes for concealed to carry, because at this point in time, for some people, they say guns are not the answer, and that might not be the answer for you. But for me and mine, right, we got to do what we got to do. These are dangerous times. And we got to start with us. Juanita said white people don't mind moving into black neighborhoods because they know we just kill ourselves, not them. Oh, they be skateboarding in the middle of the night. I be like, wait, what? The fucking skateboarders be skateboarding through Bed-Stuy at night, like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what? These are the same motherfuckers that was clutching their bags? They riding through the hood on their bikes and skateboards in the middle of the fucking night. I was like, wow, I'm amazed. And you know what, Juanita, the fucked up shit of it is, look what you said. They feel safe because they know we just killing up each other. It ain't right. Angel said, that's your white Jesus who told you to forgive everybody. Let me stop. Oh, the white Jesus. Oh my God. Pat said, actually, I have heard young Spanish and young white people refer to themselves as niggas. Why is that? Right. But Pat, they don't refer to themselves as wetbacks. That's the point that I'm making. But they'll refer to each other as niggas. That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga has become a universal term. Even white boys call each other niggas. They don't use cracker, wetback, midget, none of them other derogatory words. But nigga is one of those universal languages that every culture tries to use, and then the black people try to claim it for themselves. Why do we even want to claim it? Juanita said, we make excuses as to why we can't excel in life too. Always saying the man is keeping them down. Some don't even try to elevate. That part, because who the fuck is the man? Your average logical thinker said, we make everything look good and we make it look easy. It's a double-edged sword. It is. But we also create a comfortability in other people, and that's why they use it. How you gonna make a whole song with the word nigga in it, but you don't want nobody else to sing it? No other culture to sing it. Come on now. Come on. Do you hear white people, Spanish music, calling each other names in their songs? I'm asking. Now, some songs might be out there that I might have missed, but I don't remember hearing those songs where they're referring to each other in their lyrics as honkies and crackers. Deb said, so in Houston, I am born and bred, 5th Ward, previously known as one of the roughest neighborhoods in Houston. These folks have realized how amazing this neighborhood is and ran the tax prices up. Right. Yeah. Juanita said the role of massa was to keep us from uniting, because if we unite, we can get so much done, overcome so much together. Some still have that taught mentality. They know our strength if we unite. Exactly. So why is it that the black culture cannot unite or does not unite? I don't want to say cannot, because I think we can, but why do we not? Why are we not doing that? Deb said, so I am in the process of moving back to my childhood home, and we get texts and calls all the time begging to buy the property, but we refuse. That part, Deb, that part. My girlfriend and her whole family, they own about 4 or 5 brownstones on the same block in Brooklyn, Quincy, between Marcy and Nostrand Avenue in Bed-Stuy. They get offers all the time for their brownstones. And guess what? They don't sell. When someone dies in their family, they buy them out. Like they keep the brownstones in the family. They got about 5 on the same block. And they live in them. All the family members live in these brownstones. They not giving them shits up. And half their block is white now. I'm just saying. Good for you, Deb. Good for you. Cheryl Lee said, all that, and also because when they come back, certain amenities come with them. That's true. You mean the white folks, like the coffee shop, Starbucks, a nice park with some water? They make sure your neighborhood get beefed the fuck up when they move in. It no longer look like the hood. You wind up having a big, beautiful park. Look at the fucking park in Brooklyn. Under the Brooklyn Bridge, baby. That shit wasn't there looking all beautiful before Brooklyn became regentrified. Once it became regentrified, that park, y'all been there. They got an ice skate, roller skate ring in there. They got all kind of shit in there. It is beautiful in there. I haven't been there in a while. I need to go back. But that park is beautiful. You're right. Amenities come with them. Bike lanes and shit. Your neighborhood start getting bike lanes when white people move in. Juanita said, we have been taught to be at odds with each other for so long, and that has been passed down through generations, just like how the KKK passed their stuff down. Yeah. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't. Other than we have to start somewhere, right? And the place we need to start is how we refer to each other, how we speak to each other, how we support each other, how we fight for our rights, like what's going on in Florida. Because, baby, that shit in Jacksonville fucked me up. I was living in Jacksonville. I never went to the Dollar Tree there, but still, I do fucks with the Dollar Tree. That could have been me in the Dollar Tree. Because I certainly go to the fucking Dollar Tree here in Hackensack. That shit was it fucked me up when I heard that. Pat said, do y'all realize how amazing we are? Here is another invention by a black man. He has turned air into water. This is going to revolutionize the world and mankind. We are amazing. Juanita said, why do you think they burned Black Wall Street? We got together. We united. We overcame financial struggles. We were doing well without them to the point when they began to suffer financially. Mm-hmm. Juanita says, so that's why they decided we could not live like that, especially if it affected them. If only we knew the power of our spending dollar. Because black people, whether you are poor or you are rich, we spend money. You know, I saw a post floating around and it said, what do broke people always find money for? What are some of y'all answers? What do broke people always find money for? I saw people answering weed. The fuck? That was the number one. Weed. Somebody was like, your hair did, your nails. Shit we always find money for. Broke motherfuckers find money for. Right? We spend our money. We spend our money. Broke motherfuckers find money for Beyonce tickets. I'm the fuck saying. Okay? We do have power in spending our dollar. We certainly do. All right. And that's why I've really chilled out on buying a lot of name brand stuff. Right. I mean, I still have name brand stuff, but I have not bought it in a while. So if you see me carrying my bags and shit, I've had them for a really long time. But I don't break my neck going into the Gucci stores anymore, the Louis Vuitton stores anymore, the Prada stores and all this stuff. I don't do that anymore because I'm like, you know what? Why am I gonna spend thousands of dollars, $3,000-$4,000 on a pocketbook? Why? That's me. That's the point in my life where I got. Do I own some? Yes. The fuck? I'm not judging people who do it. But for me, right, I just haven't been able to bring myself to do it in the last several years, right? When I think to spend thousands of dollars, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get a vacation. I'm going some the fuck where. I'd rather go on vacation. That's me though. So I didn't even mean for the topic today to be on this Jacksonville thing, but it really fucked me up, because it's scary. It's scary. And I don't know. And I don't even want to say it's scary times because I think for Black people, it's always been scary times. And for me, I just feel like it's escalating when you can plan to go out and just purposely shoot motherfuckers. What do you say to the families of these people who lost their loved ones who went to the fucking Dollar Tree to pick up a couple of things and you expected them back in a few minutes? What do you say? Right, Deb? Because I mean, yeah. Yeah. And I don't even carry my bags on vacation, Deb. I don't. Because people crack me up. They be like, oh, I'm scared to go to Mexico because they're going to rob you. Well, if you're carrying all your Louis Vuitton, right? If you got Louis Vuitton luggage that you go into the airport with and you rocking Louis Vuitton earrings and Louis Vuitton pouches and Louis Vuitton sneakers and Chanel crossbodies, it's like you waving a flag like, come get my fucking ass, y'all. I got all this money. Mm-mm. My ass be in Mexico and Jamaica with Sheen on and Fashion Nova and no bags. Oh, I do wear my crossbody bag. It's a name brand, but I very rarely wear it. Okay? Mostly I have my phone that hangs around my neck with my IDs and that ain't no name brand. My phone case came from Amazon. Okay. I am very low key when I go on vacation because you know what? I'm not trying to get that kind of attention. I'm not. My suitcase comes from Marshall's. Yep, Juanita Weed. My suitcase comes from Marshall's. I'm not trying to wave a flag to say, here I am with all my money. I travel with $50 in singles for tips because I don't want to pull out big bills asking for change. And my other monies, I break down into 10s, 5s, and 20s. And I keep that separate. Right? I don't go on vacation with the book with a Target on my back with all this name brand shit. At all. Well, Juanita, and we spend money on our own. We spend our money helping other people instead of helping our own. You know, that's that. Yeah, we don't trust each other. That's why. And this is all food for thought, y'all. How can we do better in our Black community? Does it start with how we speak to each other? How we treat each other? Absolutely. People are watching. People are watching. And as we get upset with our neighborhoods, our ghettos being regentrified, ask yourself, did you stay in the ghetto? Or when you started making your money, you moved to where the white folks was living? You moved to where they living. So when they turn around and move to your neighborhood, why are we mad? Why are we mad? Something to think about. I was the person that was mad, but then I thought about it. I was like, well, did you think to buy a house in your hood? I didn't think to buy a house in Queens where I was raised, nor the South Bronx. I didn't even want to rent an apartment there. Okay. When I got with my ex and he was like, well, we can live in the Bronx. No, the fuck we can't. So I ain't going to be mad when they regentrify the Bronx. See, they not regentrifying the Bronx as fast as Brooklyn because they know the fuck better. The Bronx is a little bit rougher. Say what the fuck y'all want. We don't let motherfuckers come in there and walk all over us. But I left. So I can't even. I'm just saying. Pat said, yes, Juanita, the water is pure drinking water. He has already built machines for those areas with contaminated water. I love that. Hopefully, Flint is going to get that benefit of that water, that fresh drinking water, because they still need it. They still need it. One of the benefits of white folks living in your neighborhood, I bet you if they regentrified Flint and had the population of white people there, they would have clean water. Amenities come with them living in your neighborhood. Okay. And with that is Monday's show, y'all. All right. Today is Monday. This weekend, I had a hectic weekend with my grandkids and shit. I had to push my 90-minute massage to this Saturday upcoming. And so, I've been looking for some downtime. I haven't had much downtime since I've come back from my vacation. And so I'm looking for some downtime, and I'm already trying to plan shit for this upcoming weekend. But really and truly, I don't know, because I really don't want to be doing a whole lot of driving and shit like that. I just don't. I hate to drive, y'all. I do. I hate to drive. And so I don't know what I'm going to be doing this weekend for sure. I definitely know that I have a nail appointment today. Yes, I'm not. My nail tech normally comes to my house, but she's been going through some things. Actually, she texted me yesterday and asked me if I needed my nails done, but I had already made an appointment to a place that I'm going to try out because, my nail tech is lifing for her right now. And my schedule and her schedule kind of collides at times. And so even though my one finger broke, even though getting my nails done at home is a convenience, I don't want to stress out my nail tech, with my time, my schedule, and life is life and for her. And so I'm just going to take my little ass over to the nail salon over there in Inglewood, New Jersey somewhere, and see what experience I get there. I'm on the hunt for another nail place, so that, I could go back to the salon. Juanita said, how many times have I heard people say, oh, I can't shop Black business because their prices are too high, but sure do go spend with Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and slew of others? Because, Juanita, I guess wearing a Black brand doesn't give them status, right? When people walk around with Louis Vuitton, Gucci, it gives them status. Like people go, oh my God, they got Gucci on, they got Louis Vuitton on, so they must got money. It comes with like a status, right? If you're wearing something Black owned and people don't recognize it, they just look at it like, oh, it's no big deal. Oh, that's cute. right? But let me tell y'all something. My mouth has dropped to the floor over some of these shits that these motherfuckers are wearing that are black owned. Okay? We need to give our designers more credit, right? And so I think the Gucci, the Prada, the Louis Vuitton, the slew of others gives them a status. Pat said if all the black inventions were revolted, this country and world would be backward as shit, probably living like cavemen. True. So true, Pat. So very true. Right? So very true. And with that, y'all, I just want to say that I appreciate y'all as I move to closure for the show today. But you know what? Always move in peace and love, and always think about how we can help ourselves from a Black community perspective. Where do we start? And it starts in our homes. It starts with us, the way we carry ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves, and then how we talk to each other and how we move with each other, how we support each other. That's the beginning. And if you are living in states that have outward racism going on, there's other things than moving out of the state that you could do. Speak up, stand up for yourself. Black people unite. Start going to your town hall meetings in your city. Speak up. I said I'm going to start doing that more with Hackensack. I'm not a homeowner, but I fucking live here. So I'm going to start looking up Hackensack town hall meetings and maybe pop in 1 or 2 or 3 of those and see what the hell they're talking about, because we are quick to say, oh my God, the neighborhood is changing or this is changing. But when's the last time you went to a town hall meeting and voted on the things that are coming to your neighborhood? Spoke up about how things are operating in your neighborhood. This is what we need to ask ourselves. And so my topic today was ungrateful people, but I'm going to move that shit to tomorrow, because today we took up some time talking about the Black community and how we could do better and the things that hurt us. All right. And how the dynamics of how Black people are responding to things is changing. Okay. It's a change of times, but that's only going to fuel some of these violent white people even more. So we got to be ready for that. And the answer is not telling people move out of their city and states. Where are we going? Okay. And with that, y'all, announcement. Houston is our next Coffee with Friends trip, November 16th through November 20th. All right. I'm already advertising it. I still have the same names that I had on my paper from the last time. Okay. I'm trying to take account, because let me tell y'all something. I know Deb and them are real nice and shit. And they're like, oh, we got a beach house and everybody can stay there. But I'm not. We need to know who everybody is. I'm just the fuck saying, right? Because we be quick to say everybody can stay there, and then next minute, we'll end up with 30 people trying to fit into this house. So I'm collecting names, because I want to know who's staying at the house, how much food we got to make sure we have there, and what our games and activities are going to look like. Right now, I have about 10 people in total that's going to be in Houston, 5 of which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of which is already in Houston, and then another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that said they are definitely going, with y'all being a maybe. So that might be an 11th person. All right. So right now I have 5 people that are non-Houston residents that will be going, and then I have 5 people who are Houston residents that are already there. All right. Keep in mind that from the 17th to the 19th, we will be in Galveston, Texas at the beach house. All right. So you need to make plans for your accommodation for the 16th, the night you arrive. And then when we come back to Houston on the 19th, you need to make accommodations for where you're staying Sunday night to Monday when your flight leaves. Now, I know Debbie has offered to host Valerie. So for all those, and I know Cheryl is staying with her family, so that's good. I'm supposed to be staying with Donovan and Damaris, and so we're all good. We all have places to stay so far. So anybody else that is coming on this trip. I know I have Kevin Feaster down for coming. So Kevin, make sure that you have you have accommodations for Thursday night when you land in Houston, whether you're staying with someone or you are in a hotel, and make sure you have a hotel for Sunday night when we get back to Houston from Galveston, okay? So that you'll have some place to sleep. I'm just saying. Okay. But on the 16th, November 16th, we're going to have a meet and greet. I don't know where we're going to do the meet and greet yet, but we're all going to meet up. All those details will be shared. That's where we'll meet up. We'll go through the itinerary of what's happening for the rest of the weekend. Make sure that everybody's locations are captured where they're staying. Make sure that everybody has a ride to get to Galveston. All right. And to get back from Galveston, and to make sure everybody has accommodations Sunday night into Monday. All right. I will let you guys know when I'm booking my ticket. I'm kind of trying to book my ticket around the time that Donovan and Damaris booked theirs, because I don't want to get there early and show up at mom's house like, let me in, and her kids didn't show up yet. I know she would still let me in, but that's not the point. All right. And so I need to know when they're going. So that's our next city hopping trip is Houston. Also, around January or February, I will start advertising the next summer soiree for 2024. All right. I have picked several locations. Did I write them down? Because I picked several locations for us for the travel agent to look into. I don't know where they're at right now, but it doesn't matter. You guys I told her out of these locations, we need the most cost-effective location. Also all-inclusive, all adult. Okay. And so we're going for that. I was going to do Virgin Voyages, but Virgin Voyages is a little expensive. And for those that are traveling single, it's going to cost money. And so I'm going to bench that for now and just go to another island. I'm trying to avoid another Spanish island. We just came from Mexico. I want to do a Caribbean, West Indian hop. And so we're going to try to do that. So look out for the summer soiree 2024 details to be released around January or February, right? If you are planning on going, please make sure you on board early with your deposit and your payment plan, so that it's not a burden financially. Okay. And with that, y'all, I'm out. Peace and love. I'm going to send y'all out with some positive vibes for the day, because you know what I say, no matter how low.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Yes.
Never answer to no, man, I still
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Roar to Devo. Come back tomorrow. Peace, y'all. Peace and love. Get this message on the way out. Because what? Hustle hard. What?
I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. It's a nice range, cause I grind through the climb like
Hey.
Every human bitch, now I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. With the negativity.
But I just gotta live by that energy.
What? Even when you feel
low, you can still go.
Hey.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. And I don't, y'all. Peace. Until tomorrow. Be safe, y'all. And again, move with love.